G'day, another Minecraft Monday. We are in Towerland, my cartography center, which is huge as you can see. Um, Again, we left off last video where we started in the island um, jurisdiction of Satigo, and we made our way to Jakila. Jakila is not even on the map because my maps are so large, and so just to show you on the regional map, this is where we started with. Casta's up here, and we took a boat down here. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be starting in Jakila. There's a cut here, basically a widened area for a canal, and then we're going to be following here, and then we're going to be going through here, and then we're going to be doing a beeline north to the ice lands of Watobia. So let's check that out. And we're just going to head to Jakila now. And if you're looking at my map going, yo, you could just go from Satigo to Watobia here. Big problem, the Redlands, who are our enemies, or at least the Yellite Nation's enemies, have a bridge that goes from here all the way down and connects their land. And they've basically said if we try to break it or go through it, they will start a war with their allies, the Blue Lands. And the Yellite Nation, even though they might be militarily superior, don't want terrorist bombings and buildings being destroyed. It would not be worth the war, and so they're like, whatever, we can just make sure there's a big enough path for us to get through over here, because don't think the Redlands know exactly how big their nation is. They've settled in this area here, not really with cities, but just sort of outposts for war, um, and camping. And to be honest, I don't even know. I've never really checked that out. Looks boring. The person who's in charge of the Redlands, they're into Survivor. So I think they've set it up so it's like a Survivor-like site, but I don't know. So when I sell this map, you can check it out if you're interested. And again, I'm hoping to do that this Christmas, but we'll see, because again, I still want to tweak a few things on this map before I sell the first version of it. So online. So. But anyways, we're headed to from Jakila to Watobia now. Now, if you're sitting there going, oh, do we go through there? No, that's the route to Satigo, but we need to go south, not north. So again, we were just at Jakila, which is 3,800 blocks to the west of Towerland, which is my capital, and 3,400 blocks to the south. And again, if we have canals, especially in rural areas like this, we usually mark them with lighthouses which have a beacon on top. Again, this route is not used that much. That's why it's so narrow. We got a trader who's walking on water. Good for him. I always felt the trader was not properly scripted, but I think it was brought in with Minecraft, not Mojang, so that would make sense. Or Microsoft, not Mojang. Maybe I should stick to the video. Yes, I should. Okay. So as you can see, I'm still sort of going along, and this is going to be really rural. I've done it so that you can see that ships can head this way without crashing. Basically, all my ships have a clearance that should allow them to clear down to the 60th block, and I've done it so that anything above 55 has been dredged or taken out. You can see that on the left-hand side where it hasn't been. And so now, obviously, a lot of the kelp has grown in. But all this is down to 55. And then, of course, I'm going to have to make a cut to the north here, around the 500 mark. And then from there it gets a little dicey, because again, there's 2 routes on either side of this island, but the island in and of itself is a little high. And again, not the safest route to take. In terms of my lore, I have it set up where that's Watobia off in the distance. In terms of my lore, I have it where if they ever have NPC players in this, any ship that's coming from there will be paid, like the sea captains at least will be paid a handsome price. So anyhow, this is Watobia. I really hasn't changed. Again, I got another ship that's coming around the from well, somewhere out west. I don't know exactly. That's headed to the canals up there, but we'll check that another day. And as you can see, this is my ship port here. It used to be a bridge that would take you to that little jurisdiction there, but then um, for such a little jurisdiction, it wasn't deemed worth it to keep it anymore. And again, I have a ferry to Towerland. And eventually, the idea is to have a ferry to Jakila, but that's not set up yet. So, but anyways, we're going to leave off here in Watobia. And yeah, thanks for watching. Really hope you dug my vid. It's a little bit on the, how'd you say, uh, non-detailed compared to some of my others, because there's really not much to look at. You got this nice huge building up here, but that's really it. And of course, Jakila itself is not that big, but the next video just past there, if I didn't have such lag, you could see it, but I've lowered my resolution to only show, I think, 20 blocks, maybe a few more, but that's the jurisdiction of Jala, which is the canal which links the Western Ocean to the Central Ocean. So we'll be checking out that town, I guess you'd call it. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope you like my vid. If so, please like, subscribe, and hope you check out my next vid. Later.